How's everyone today? This video goes out to everyone that wants to have a mentor, everyone that had the pleasure of having a great mentor. And I thought I'd share this with you, fellow musicians and human beings in general. Today I got one of those calls that nobody wants to get. My drum teacher for 38, 39 years passed away this morning. He had a heart attack and then they did a surgery and he didn't make it through. And it made me just reflect on everything. I was 17 years old when I started taking lessons with him, and I am now 54 years old. And by far, he had the most influence on me, the most impact that I could think of. Everything I say to my guys now when we're talking about music and about professionalism, most of it came from Chuck. His name is Charles Burrows, and he lived in Ottawa, Canada, where I was living at the time to take lessons. This guy has put more drummers into universities than any man I know. A lot of the students he taught ended up in Concordia, McGill, Berkeley, Drummers Collective, you name it. And it's not about paradiddles and double strokes, and he just had this impact on my life to the deepest level. That's how important a good mentor is, if you are lucky enough to find one. And every year I go to Ottawa, and every year I go have lunch with him. I would never miss it for the world. And we talk about all kinds of things. This is the guy that one time I was flipping a paper in his house. And he said, George, that's not how you flip a paper, man. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, yeah. And he sat there and showed me how to flip a paper on a magazine the right way. He taught me how to clean my drums, took it all apart and shine it. And he told me since day one, make sure your studio is your sanctuary. It has to be that room that you rather be there than any place else in the world. You wanna go to that room and lock yourself up. He kept telling me, mean what you play and play what you mean. Don't play for musicians, play for the song. Never fake anything. I mean, every time I do something that does not coincide with those values, I think of Chuck. I said, okay, that jump throw didn't have to be there. Um, I mean, I came to Canada from Lebanon. I didn't even know who Elvis Presley was or the Beatles. And I remember him shaking his head like, how am I going to teach this kid? And he sat there, man, and he introduced me to Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Buddy Rich, um, you name it, James Brown, Ike and Tina Turner. I owe everything to this man. He gave me so much depth. Now when I meet a lot of young musicians today, I'm like, I wish you had a Chuck Burrows in your life because he gave me so much depth. Things I would never find out on my own. He would teach me a bossa nova, and then I used to bring him these cassettes, TDK 90s, and he would record bossa nova for me. He actually took modern drumming and clipped out. They had these series about the history of drums. He clipped out these articles from every magazine that went over a whole year, and he made a little pamphlet for me and all of us, the students, and gave it to us as how where the drums came from. I mean, Baby Dolls. How would I know what Baby Dolls is? Max Roach, Tony Williams, Steve Gadd, Jack Dijonhead. He was a huge Jack Dijonhead fan, and Keith Jarrett. From what I understand, Jamie Holmes was been fantastic. It was by his death side. He said, George, we all held his hands and we played Keith Jarrett, and I've been listening to Keith Jarrett and Jack DeJohnette and Gary Peacock most of my day. So I know this video is longer than usual, but it is important for me, and I hope you have someone in your life that you can honor today and not wait till they're dead, and so you can make a video. I learned so much from this man. I don't think there will be a live productions if it wasn't for him. Every time I speak, I feel him speaking through me about how much you care about the audience, about the instrument. Don't worry about fame, man. Worry about the music. Play from your heart. Entertain people. Whether you're playing pop, funk, or junk or jazz, it doesn't matter. And yeah. Anyway, in honor of Chuck Burrows and all the amazing teachers in the world and people who had an impact on you and on me, have a fantastic morning or evening or day wherever you are. This is George Elchakieh from Saigon, Vietnam. Have a great day.